Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom.
We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahak Kodash. Again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim preaching his word in truth and sincerity and in faith. We're the brothers. I'm the brother Yeshaya, and this the brother
Mafba.
we're the brothers from the GMS Plain Tables camp here in Philadelphia. And we just wanted to do a quick lesson in the spirit in the Rahak Kodash.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now, we just basically in the spirit. So, I'm pretty much been meditating a lot on just how this whole downfall of America is, which is Great Babylon. It's been going on, and Yahweh Shema Shai been systematically bringing this place down. And it's been beautiful to see. All the way down to, the money, the infrastructure, down to the actual people within it. Seeing the people within the gross darkness, seeing the people that are, of course, being woken up, coming into this truth and flourishing, seeing this, this truth, casting down strongholds, seeing the blessings of Yahweh Shem Shai, upon, the elect. All right, so
this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" And what's happening is Esau is being exposed on every level for his hatred for Jake. All these different plots and schemes that they try to do to basically take over these other countries' resources, take over their governments. Esau is being exposed to being a pedophile, a homosexual, just being exposed on all fronts.
Yeah, Esau, man, because Esau been getting away with all this stuff for so long. A lot of Jake been talking about this damn devil for a long time. A lot of people from the other nations been talking about this stuff. Certain people, of course, may have had different allegations, but they weren't able to prove it. Now Yahweh Shem Shai is exposing it so much, where like it says, shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So roughly paraphrasing. I don't know if you can find it, but just put in shameful spewing. Esau is being exposed. Okay. Whereas, like I said, we got factual evidence of this person being the damn devil, the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. All right, him not being white. That whole social construct coming about in 1681. Him, of course, calling us all these different bywords. Us being called by the name of Israel. Us being, fit in the prophecies. Us being the Lord's chosen people. All of this stuff is coming to the light. All right.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
Yeah, man, as you see, as it says, thou art filled with shame for glory, and they're being exposed for what? All of this wickedness, all the different cruel atrocities they have done to the nation of Israel. All right. Rape, murdering, slaughtering us, feeding us genetically modified foods, all the Planned Parenthood agenda, all of these different social programs to keep us down, the eugenics, all of this bullshit is being exposed. All right. Jake that fought wars for you damn devils, didn't receive any credit and now are just bugged out of their mind. All of this stuff is being brought to the light. All the human experiments you have been doing, okay? Even down to your opioids, how that, of course, you prescribing these various opioids for people, which really is your own people that this has backfired upon for chronic pain and obviously different depressions and such. This, of course, has backfired and now has your people not having yourselves to be able to repopulate. All right, you are at a dying number. Okay, you can't repopulate. You can't come back. Yahweh Shem Shai systematically bringing y'all down. All right, as it says again, it says, "Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered." All right, which Yahweh Shem Yahshua is showing your sin. Okay, it says the cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Right, and it says for the violence. Oh, that's basically it. That's it right there. We gonna go into. All right, so going no further. I don't know if Doc gonna speak on anything else.
I was trying to select. I was trying to get a quick precept.
Yeah, you have it where the Catholic Church being exposed, for the abominable filth, the institution it is, all the various which I got a quick article which I'm just we just going in the spirit. Nuns sexually abusing minors could become the next Catholic Church scandal, experts say. I mean, where you have it where, the Catholic Church for years have been plagued by the allegations of abuse towards minors within the church. But also now, and this is by the priests, but now you have it where these nuns are sexually abusing minors as well. All right, turning these minors out into freaks, lesbians, depressed, suicidal. This is all, contrary to what it is to be Kodash, or what is it to be pure, what it is to be actually righteous. You damn devils is being exposed. All right.
This is Zechariah chapter 2 verse 6. It says, Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith Yahweh. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon, and the daughter of Babylon is America. It says, for thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. It says, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. Yeah, like the brother was going into all these different atrocities that these Edomites have committed. All of it pales in comparison to what he's done to the Most High's people, the Most High's chosen, beloved, the nation that's loved of the Most High. All the wickedness that he's done pales in comparison to what he's done to the Most High's people.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because, like I said, y'all been thinking that the Lord been with y'all this whole time, and the Lord clearly is not with y'all because, y'all as a nation is going down, all right? Y'all going down so bad, like I said, you got these other nations, they sitting there taunting you too. They looking at y'all like, yo, look, look, they ain't shit. They just nothing but damn devils, They ain't like us calling y'all Edomites. We calling y'all exactly what y'all are, but they calling y'all devils and deceivers. The biggest true terrorists upon the earth. All right.
I'm just gonna get Psalms real quick. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Yeah, like the brother was saying, these Edomites thought all the things that they've done to our people, that the Most High was with them, that they was doing the will of the Lord, basically putting in their dollar and God we trust. You know what I'm saying? God bless America, all that stuff. These people truly believed in their heart that the Most High was with them doing the wickedness that they did to us, putting us in slavery, all the different atrocities that they committed in slavery at that time, even after slavery, the Jim Crow eras. They thought this whole entire time that the Most High was with them, but it's being revealed in these latter days that the Most High is not with them, that the Most High actually hates them.
Yep. You get that. Like the Lord hated Esau.
Huh. This is Malachi chapter 1 verse, I'm going to start at 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. It says, I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Says, yet I love Jacob. Yeah, so the Most High is saying here, he loves Jacob, he loves Israel. Yashar Allah, he printed of power, which is so-called African Americans, so-called Haitians, so-called Jamaicans, and so-called Hispanics, and also Native Americans, West Indians, kind. It says, and I hated Esau, yeah, and Esau is these so-called white people, these Edomites. It says, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus, and that's exactly what Trump is trying to do in this current state. The Most High is throwing down their kingdom, their nation, and Trump is trying to rebuild that nation again, but that's not going to work. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Yeah, Donald Trump going to try to build, but the Most High going to throw down.
Yeah, I mean, you could go, like I did a lesson on the Nebraska. You can just put in Nebraska, like go on Google real quick and go to like the devastation in Nebraska. The Lord has brought by the way of storm destruction to Nebraska, right? To their cattle. Just put Nebraska flooding or whatever damage. Right, you could click any of that, man. You could click whatever. I mean, mind blowing footage. You got all type of stuff, right? Yeah, you could put. Well, I would do a video, but fucking it might get slow. But like, let me see what this one's saying. Is this anything good? Like, if you might pick up like say like some more for images of it, cause Nebraska, Lord was hitting Nebraska, right, via these storms, which was devastating to their agriculture. All right, devastating obviously to their towns. Especially as I was told by somebody actually was living in Nebraska, their rural areas is fucking destroyed. And that's gonna economically affect this nation, all right? Because they lost, at least, you could put this number in. Nebraska lost 1.5 million, I believe, or billion, if I'm not mistaken. You could type it in on Google, it'll come up with something. Nebraska loses millions or whatever, 1.5 million, and basically this is roughly estimate. So this is the way of the Lord. Yeah, bringing Esau and his kingdom down, all right, by hitting his infrastructure, damaging this place via storms, bringing mad judgment, all right. Ain't nothing coming up right now. Just put Nebraska flood damage or something like that, cost or something like that, just so we could just show you a little bit of the actual information. Cost. Yeah, there you go. See it? Yeah, you click it. Yeah, you have it that Nebraska faces over 1.3 million in flood losses. Billion. Billion. You can slow down. I mean, I believe you could put in Nebraska. Damn, it might have been completely destroyed. But this is Lord bringing this place down. All right, just to give you in some. The Lord is making do on His word. His word ain't coming back void. He's rendering, of course, exactly what it is said to do. So, all right, and it's beautiful. God.
This is Isaiah chapter 29 verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Yeah, so that's what the Most High is doing, like the Ak was going into with the whole thing with Nebraska, all the flooding that's going on. That's the Most High visiting, Babylon. It says with thunder and with earthquake, yeah, with all types of natural disasters, so-called natural disasters, which we understand through the scriptures that it's all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep. And then the fire, you could go into the devastation in California with the wildfires and the whole paradise, you know, forest fires and all that. That is all workings of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, he visited in this place. You know, so, you know, as, you know, you could go to Matthew 24 about diverse earthquakes in diverse places and stuff like that, you know.
Salah. Oh, okay, I see. I'll start at 6, I guess. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places."
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing that. You know, you're seeing the different famine. You're seeing the pestilences, the disease, the earthquakes in diverse places. You seeing kingdom against kingdom. You see it right now. You know, you have it where America, you could type that in real quick. America putting sanctions on the EU. Just type that real quick, man. Or United States are putting sanctions on the EU over Airbus or something like that, which I didn't get to go into it in depth or anything or get to even do a lesson, but you know, that's kingdom against kingdom. All right, these Esau, the Edomites, is divided amongst themselves. All right, you see it where even the lower level Edomites is coming up against these elites of their people. All right, you can come up in the EU. All right, put let me see. Like put sanction Airbus or something like that and see what pops up. Airbus and sanctions or tariff or something like that. Airbus. See what comes up. Right. Trump sanctioned. Let me see. U.S. threatens tariffs on EU goods over Airbus subsidies. You can click that. Right. EU says U.S. threatened tariffs on EU goods over Airbus subsidies. Go now. It says the U.S. on Monday threatened to impose a tariff, which is a tax, countermeasures of up to 11.2 billion on the host of European products in response to subsidies received by aircraft maker Airbus. I mean, and these things are just gonna make it where these nations hate each other, right? Which you get that. What's that? Revelation 17 about the they shall burn her with fire. The beat shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. I think it might be Revelation 17 at the latter end. It's like go down. You know, because you're gonna have it where. Is it? Burn her with fire. Let me see. Yeah.
This is Revelations chapter 17, verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." And
the 10 horns that represent the EU, all right, which the European Union, okay.
It says, "And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire."
Right, and the way that the EU, all right, is gonna do that is via ICBM fire. Okay, and this is reasons why they're going to do so. Because when you trying to put various tariffs on these different nations, it's only just going to anger these nations where they're going to rise up and come up against you and ultimately destroy you. Okay, the ones who you believe you're in alliance with are going to come back on you. Which you go get the Obadiah. You know, when they say about makes you small amongst the heathen, you know, those with not confederacy shall, or something like that.
Verse 7. Yeah. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Right. Would you have it where all the men of thy confederacy, would you go into the word for confederacy? Barayath, which that's, I believe, agreement. Yeah, covenant. Yeah, like Barayath is like a covenant. Yeah, agreement. Like Barayath, yeah, like the new covenant, like you see right here. Like, real quick, yeah, you see it right there. That mean covenant. Yeah, right there. So those who at your agreements and stuff, right? Barayath, all right. They of course. All right, now go back. Yes, it says right. It says all the men of thy confederacy are Barayath have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. All right, all of the nations are basically have deceived thee, right? Because they that eat thy bread, which the bread is of course is the aid, all right, have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding it. And you understand these nations gonna destroy you, all right? You know, because they hate you. Okay, they got a deep hatred for that whore, which is Babylon. Okay. Yeah. I mean, anything else? I'm trying to think any other articles. But I mean, if you got anything else in the spirit,
Great precept. This is Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the people mourning. People are, man, depression is at a all-time high. Suicide. Nobody's happy in this whole entire planet because the wicked are being ruled not only in their country, they're being ruled over the whole entire globe. Right. You know, spreading their wicked philosophies, that do as thou wilt, that Aleister Crowley philosophy, and they're just completely just got these people completely through following after Satan. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Go pull up the yellow vest. Put in yellow vest protest. You know, these people are protesting on a consistent basis. I mean, like Saturday after Saturday. This is biblical prophecy. You know, so you can see it, and they mad obviously with the whole, you know, the fuel prices. You know, obviously not be able to, you know, they getting insufficient wages and shit. And Esau don't give a fuck. Yeah. Let me see. Yellow vest protests. You know, I'm not sure how what like they said, like I remember we was counting it. The yellow vest was like X amount this week 6, week 8.
This one says right here 18th week.
Yeah.
This was written March 16th.
You can click that right there, yeah. We just need something. And Esau been blowing these motherfuckers up too. Look at this shit. Now hopefully this works, because they be giving limiters on the New York Times, so I can hopefully it pops up. What it say?
Want me to read it?
Yeah, you see what it got a headline on it?
No, I can't see the headlines. Right. Oh, no. It says violence surges in Paris as yellow vest protest dwindles in week 18, which is, I think it's a little more than that now, because this was written in March.
Okay.
So that's like 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says,
yeah, we were in April, right?
Yeah, we. I wasn't even, honestly, I wasn't even sure what month we was in.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
we
how
in
it is. The day, Lord been shortening the days for the elect's sake.
It says violence erupted on Saturday in Paris in the 18th weekend of Yellow Vest demonstrations as protesters targeted symbols of economic privilege, setting multiple fires and smashing a high-end restaurant on the Champs-Élysées, even as the crowd's numbers dwindled from past rallies. It says organizers for Sunday's protest said on social media that they wanted the day to serve as an ultimatum to the government and the powerful.
Yeah, you see these people. They on a daily basis defacing their own country they living in, and it's because they sick of the rulers not listening to them. They sick of paying these high prices, not getting the proper wages, not be able to afford to really make it in this this whole setup. In which, this is all wicked. Give me Sirach chapter 4 and get one, start at 1. Sirach. And let me just turn on the lights. Got it?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 verse 1. It says, "My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long." You want me to keep going?
Yeah, you have it where these damn doubles have Jake. First of all, like I said, bi-weekly checks. You have it where you gotta wait like I say, 2 weeks for a check. Then, like I said, the check ain't enough. You need money now. These damn doubles, like I said, they tax you to death. And then, like I said, you got bills to pay, you got kids to feed, yourself to feed, rent to pay. It's crazy,
Not only do they not pay you, enough wages to live, but the cost of everything is overpriced. Selling these phones, these iPhones, $1,000, and somebody was going into the fact that it costs like $20 to make in China, but they selling it to you for $1,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Making crazy profit off of people.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, look at they getting all this money. These corporations getting all this money, and look at the people grown and putting in blood, sweat, and tears at these goofy jobs and such, And not even getting, like I said, they're not even getting what is called the bare necessities of life and stuff.
Yeah. Verse 2 says, "Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress." It says, "Add not more trouble to a heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need."
Right. You have it where, these people are vexed up, waiting for money, you have it where they got, you might, like I say, you might do the work and then they hold back your check. Oh, we got electronic processing, something happened. Like I was just told, I believe it was somebody had told me about these sanitation workers. They had, it was like something like last week or something. They were supposed to get paid, and they didn't get paid on time, so they ended up walking out.
Yeah, I done heard certain instances where a business will shut down and they won't give the employers their last paycheck. They basically won't pay them for the work that they did because the company went bankrupt or whatever the situation is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's crazy. These companies going bankrupt. Lord really, like the grinding this season. That's in Ecclesiastes 12, I believe it's 12th chapter. All right, these companies, they might withhold that information from the actual employees, and then they just go down under. You might come to the job showing up for work, and then the place is boarded up. Imagine what do you do with that? Where you got a whole family, looking to you to make ends meet, but you can't. All right, it's crazy, you know. Real quick, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 21 and 5. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna go start at verse 3. You can pull it up if you want. 21 and 3. Yeah, start at 3.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 3. It says, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword, the wounds whereof cannot be healed. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate.
Right. Which that's why, you damn devils is being made desolate, because you do nothing but wrong and you waste riches. All of the natural resource of the earth, you turn it to bad. All right, you defile it with, like I said, you overwork the land. You don't give it a land Shabbat. You you pollute the water. The same water you drink, you pollute. The food we eat, you destroy. You of course add things to it. You what they call it, adulterate it. You have it where, like I said, the medicines that we supposed to get of the earth, like the earth is not even real in its strength, so we not getting the full. And then when you going forth with taking the stuff and weakening it and making synthetic versions of it and feeding it to us, you going all against the whole order of Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's why Yahweh Shem Shai is making you proud men, meaning Esau, desolate. Read on.
Verse 5. It says, a prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily.
Yeah, a lot of people have cursed you damn devils, because the Lord been, looking down on them being, of course, obviously poor, right? The Lord been looking down here, especially that's being us, the Israelites, all right? Because it's mainly us being repressed, okay? You damn devils that have so-called what they call white privilege, y'all not being oppressed, y'all making it. Y'all damn devils, y'all getting the job, and like I said, Jake could be there millions of years and you don't pay him no bread, but this person, you give him a triple raise and all that, and a higher position, and he boasting about it in your face and stuff, and you can't do nothing. And then when Jake quit, then it's see, he wasn't loyal. It's all bullshit. And you claim that we don't have integrity. No, you guys don't have integrity or honesty. All right. And you had, like I said, all these orchestrated government shutdowns, and all these you have it with the Brexit, all this stuff, just control chaos and stuff. All right. So a prayer out of a poor man's mouth reaches the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. We praying Abad Babal, destroy Babylon, Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. You could go down to verse 8 and read.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 8. It says, he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. And that's what these Edomites have done. This country is in has large amount of debts. I forget what the exact toll is. The 22 trillion. Yeah, you owe 22 trillion. How are you gonna rebuild a country when you owe that much money? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, going into it, like, you damn devils, like I said, y'all done build it off of all y'all wealth, off of the sweatbacks of the and the sweat hard back breaking labor of the Israelites, slave labor and all of that. Y'all still got slave money sitting around, which is insane, and y'all don't think that y'all gonna get judged for that. The Lord told you he required that which is past, and y'all lie about us, and y'all tell all this, y'all pseudoscience and all this shit. The Lord gotta put y'all guys out, all right? I mean, you can get that one about, I've seen servants on horses. Yeah, get that real quick.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right. So who, of course, is the servants that's on horses? You Edomites, okay? Because remember, the elder shall serve the younger. Y'all came out first, so y'all gonna serve us. All right, y'all were made for our sake to be servants, okay? And you have it where you have seen princes
It says princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right, yeah, which we are Yasharala, Shar Yum, all right, princes, which is Shar in Hebrew, all right. Walking, what did it say?
It says walking as servants upon the earth.
Yeah, walking as servants, because we of course are we of course are been sold onto these damn devils, which you could really good. What's that, Joel, the 3rd chapter, about like the Grecians, how Sabian. Let me see. I just put in I think it's Joel, the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. You know, we got sold by Hamites and Yashim. Ishmaelites. Yeah. So yeah, you gonna bounce around. You could start at 1 and then bounce around down.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Which the Lord gonna bring back our captivity, our slavery. He lifting up this slavery and bringing us to him. And ultimately, he's gonna come back and deliver his elect out of this damn hellhole which we're in, Great Babylon, and various places that we've been scattered to across the 4 corners of the earth. Judah and Jerusalem, Judah being of course the southern kingdom, so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians and Haitians, and Jerusalem speaking of course of the northern kingdom, so-called Latin tribes, Gadites, so-called Native American Indians and such, Seminole Indians. All right. Skip down to verse 3. You could continue reading.
It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. It says, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. It says, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense?
Yeah, you Hamites, all right? Because y'all was part, of course, in selling us, into slavery, all right?
It says, and if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians,
the Edomites,
that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Right, which we mainly been placed here in the Great Babylon. The children of Israel, and what's that? Judah been pressed together. What's that? Jeremiah 51, I think. If I'm not mistaken, 20. I'm not sure, but. We of course like we was going into it, has been tossed like a ball. I think that we had brought that scripture out in this on the highways and hedges last weekend. You got all this to pay for, you damn devils. Okay, you gotta pay for all of this. Because like I said, we going into how you have, in the history you have had put us in slavery, and you have to pay for it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Which we're still in our day, in our captivity. Okay, which that's written in what, Baruch?
If I can say this real quick, it says the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So all those people saying that the Hispanic tribe, the Spanish tribes, that they're not, and the Native Americans, that they're not, the children of Israel. Who is the children of Israel being? How are they being oppressed together? If they believe that, as so-called African Americans are Judites, who are Judites being oppressed with? You see what I'm saying? All the tribes are in America, are in Babylon. So who are the people being oppressed together? So like, who are the people being oppressed together in Babylon, in America? If they're not the children of Israel.
Yeah. We know who the other nations are, so you mean like, who is it?
Who in America is the children of Israel? Who is being oppressed together as a people? Because for the most part they believe that as so-called African Americans are Judite, so-called Haitians are Levite, West Indians are Jamaicans. Who are being oppressed together with those people? Is it the Moabites? Is it the Elamites, the Indians? The Chinese, are they being oppressed with the African Americans? Nah, man, it's the northern tribes.
Yeah, I got the Isaiah 22:17. Yeah, you can pull it up real quick. Point at 18. Like I said, we've been. This is all biblical prophecy. We're going to slavery. So. I mean, the prophecies fit so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. We know who the children of Israel by the prophecies. So, I mean, anybody who failing to acknowledge these prophecies, the Lord not dealing with you. Simple as that. Or acknowledging that truth.
God. This is Isaiah chapter 22, verse 17. It says, "Behold, Yahweh will carry thee away with a mighty captivity and will surely cover thee. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country."
Right, and that large country is America. All right.
It says, "There shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house." It says, "And I will drive thee from thy station, and from thy state shall he pull thee down."
Yeah, so, we were tossed like a ball, into a large country, put on slave ships and all that all together, shipped all over, the world also, too, because, but we hear that large country is in America. We got all the tribes here, which we got, you have, like, I'm from a northern tribe, Aparium, so, we was already over here. And Christopher Columbus came and, he just enslaved us, This damn devil got to pay back all of this, Like I said, we still are, to this day, is in captivity. This devil's still profiting. So, the people, like I said, they mourning for a reason. You got Edomites, they mourning for an ungodly father. They got to deal with having a damn wicked damn devil, who's so wicked and lying, and we exposing them to their face. They gotta face it, because the shame is right being put on them. Every day they being told by their own people they the damn devil, which is crazy. You have it where other nations is recognized you as the devil. Your own people that you had in slavery are now, of course, waking up to their true heritage, that the Israelites, and they way greater than you will ever be. All right, even though we already, in the spirit, I speak as a man, we already knew it in a sense, meaning that we as Israel, as so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, we already know we stronger than y'all. It's easily proven through sports and different things in life. You Edomites, and like I said, y'all couldn't even go through a day without having running water in y'all houses, let alone not having fucking a bathroom with like having a toilet that can't flush or something like that completely the right way. That might frustrate you, damn devils. You might just you might end up going and killing your daughter or something just because you can't do it. Who broke the toilet? You damn devils can't deal with adversity. You have patience. You damn devils are just wicked. So get ready for your hell and payback and recompense. That's what the Bible is talking about. Recompense. Recompense for the controversy. That you done to the Lord's people. All right. So, with that, man, we done covered, we just going to the spirit. Hopefully we're edified, Slakia. Akim, if we, certain precepts we may didn't get to, but hopefully you were edified. As you see America's being brought down, of course, stay up and keep watching and being occupied within prophecy, and keep building your faith, by watching these videos and listening to, of course, the elders and apostles and the brothers on down, that are, of course, building you up so you can, of course, have stability in the times that we're coming into when all hell's going to break loose. Because we're already there, all right, with, how you see things, the signs is already there. So, we just need this RFID microchip to be mandatory. And we in the year of Charagma, we must stress that. Of course, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Of course, don't take the microchip. And, of course, establish your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son. His name is Yahweh Shai. All right. Believe in those names. And, of course, start following these laws, statutes, commandments. Fearing the Lord with all fear and trembling. He is the King of terrors. All right. With that, we're going to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rahah, Quadash.
Double honor to those and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the election. Shalom.
Shalom.